Cincinnati Bengals. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180. Watching the clock. 21.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Here we go.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Garoppolo now. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied. To him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Black 80. 21. 21. Lock.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Michael Thomas. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Kill. Hey, gun. Kill. Hey.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Garoppolo on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here we go, here we go. 21, 21. 12, 12. Check 52. Check.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, 48. Here we go, 46.
Prescott on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A first down carry for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check 4. Check 31, check 31.
A handoff out of the pistol. It's Washington. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
The kick by Maher is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And now the rookie's free. 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
65.
Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
21.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Here's Sanu on the catch. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kill.
Brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
56. Go to 54. Why? 26.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. Now Barkley stripped of the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Foreman. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Switch. Hey. Stay at home. Hey, 47. Mike 51.
Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Christian Wilkins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. On 3rd down, Barkley. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 19 at a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
That's right, baby.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch. Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Saquon Barkley running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You gonna get this?
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
56, right there, 56. Hey, watch the slant.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to... Return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Who that?
They'll go to Barkley again. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
It's our time.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
Don't say nothing. Right there.
Prescott now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Breida. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Matt Breida, 83 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up with that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, baby. 6.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A carry for Foreman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Switch. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
Now Prescott. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, watch the slap. Watch 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you've won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On first down, Garoppolo. Caught by Sanu. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 33 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Check three. 26.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Here we go. Check it back. We're going to 54.
Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
See what you got. Showing it. Switch.
On first down, here's Breida. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They run again with Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
65.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Derrick Henry, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One, Omaha.
This is Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will extend this big lead.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Prescott to throw it. Now in desperation. And this is caught inside the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing. Prescott. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So here now is Prescott, as his guys will go for the two-point conversion. They'll throw again. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.